Thanks to digital banking, you can bank anytime, anywhere, and on any device. Each user role controls feature entitlements and dollar limits for one or more company users with like roles and needs to be assigned to each user. Select the User Management menu and then User Roles. Select Create Role to create a new user role. Select the Accounts tab to view and modify the account entitlements by selecting the check mark or the Cannot Do symbol under View, Deposit, or Withdraw. Select a transaction type by clicking on the name. This will bring you into the Allowed Actions screen. Select the Operations box. Specify the allowed operation or operations for the selected transaction type. Draft allows a user to initiate a transaction. Draft Restricted allows a user to only access an assigned ACH or wire template. Adding new templates, creating one-time payments, and recipient maintenance is not allowed. Approve allows a user to authorize a transaction. Cancel allows a user to cancel a drafted transaction. Select the Amount box. Specify the dollar amount for the allowed action. Select the Subsidiaries box. Select the subsidiary or subsidiaries allowed for this transaction type. Select the Accounts box. Choose the account or accounts allowed for this transaction type. Select the Draft Hours box. Select the days and hours allowed for this transaction type. The days of the week down the left side and the hours of the day across the top can be clicked to select an entire row or column. The individual boxes can also be selected or deselected. Select the SEC Codes box. Select which SEC codes are eligible for the transaction type. Click OK when done. Select the Policy Tester to validate the user role functionality to assure the setup is as needed. This is an optional step. Select the Rights tab. Select the appropriate right for the user role's ability to view transactions in the Activity Center. Can view transactions initiated by any online banking user within the company. Can only view the user's own transactions. Can view transactions initiated by users who are assigned to the same user role. Cannot view any transactions. Select the Approval Limits tab to view and modify the dollar and count limits assigned. Repeat the previous steps for each transaction type. Select the Features tab to view and modify the non-transactional features. Select features to enable or disable. Select the Save button to save the user role. Select the pencil icon to edit an existing user role. Select the double paper icon to copy an existing user role. Select the trash bin to delete an existing user role.